Hello, Aquarius. Welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be a general collective message for any major Aquarius placements like your sun, your moon, rising, Venus, Jupiter, and even your North Node. And so if this message does not resonate, I do suggest you check your other signs and placements. Keep in mind, timing and energy is fluid. This reading is timeless, so whenever you're guided to watch it, you're likely going to find a message in here for you. Before jumping in to the meditative session, I would just like to announce that I am now launching another online tarot class starting on November the 9th, and this is going to be a 5-week class online with the Zoom app, and this will only require an hour each week every Thursday from 12 till 1 Eastern Standard Time. And like I said, a 5-week class. If you can commit to 5 weeks and you are interested in learning the tarot with me, check out the description box below. I would love to have you join the class. Registration will be open until next Tuesday, so keep that in mind. Okay, Aquarius, I don't know what's going on, but I'm like feeling so much pressure and tension within my neck and shoulder, tapping into the energies. I just feel stress. Some type of stress is kind of dominating your life. You might need to take a break. I feel this energy almost like exhaustion as well coming through, but I also felt this beautiful energy of a reunion of some sort. Maybe this is just like you reuniting with some friends within the community, but it felt like a celestial union energy coming through. And so if it is overwhelming, I do believe that's the masculine side. So there could be a masculine coming through that's exhausted and stress is dominating their life. But I feel if that's the case, try some different breathing techniques to bring your energy back to center. But I feel the motto coming through is like teamwork. I kept hearing teamwork, dream work, teamwork, dream work. And so unity, partnerships. I feel this is a very strong energy being highlighted in your life right now, Aquarius. And I do feel there is some type of union energy coming through that is going to hold the key to your future successes. And I do feel this strong magnetic attraction towards somebody, but there's going to be a need to overcome some communication barriers. But I feel this overall fascination with like this energy of rediscovery is what it felt like. It felt like a really magical moment, but there's some stress there. So I also felt this underlying unhappiness. And so there might be a decision. You might need to break up with a current partner, or the person you're dealing with might need to break up with a current partner in order to go towards this reunion energy. So let's jump in with some cards. I picked the Wisdom of the Avalon Oracle deck to start off today. Look at that. Communication and the Novice. So this feels like a brand new beginning. Beginner's mindset. Maybe you're enhancing some new skills, some new spiritual practices. There is this very unstable curiosity coming through, and there is communication. So that just clarifies what came through. So I feel massive changes. This is a 5 card. So there's like this innocence, and I feel on the flip side of the innocence, there's been this underlying ignorance when it comes to some communication blocks. So novice energy is new, it's fresh, it's a new beginning. And so whatever stress has been dominating your life, I think it is surrounding needing to maybe break up with somebody that you quite possibly have been on the rocks with for quite some time. But we're going to see what other energies need to come through for you, Aquarius. Communication really wanted to come out. Trust, joy. I love these energies. Any other messages? Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. There's that burden. There is that burden I felt. So somebody here has been carrying a heavy load. 43 further breaks down to a 7. And so maybe this whole year has been about releasing burdens. We are in a 7 year. Maybe you're 43 years old. I'm not sure. But we get the joy. We get trust, which kind of came out in reverse. So there is a need to have some faith here. There is a need maybe to take a leap of faith and to have some trust. I feel maybe you're not trusting your intuition. It is a 47 card and the joy is a 37. And this is how I placed it on the table. And so I feel an Aquarius there that very well could be closing out a 10-year cycle. A 10-year cycle, we get communication and we get focus. So I do feel that's what is in focus right now is some communication blocks. There is a need to lay down a burden. I do feel the way I placed it, we get the burden with the focus right below it. And so I feel somebody's really been focusing on the negative here. And then on the bottom of the deck, we get the wasp energy. And this is speaking of anger, retaliation, and jealousy. I do feel if you do have to walk away and break up with somebody, they're going to be jealous. They're going to want to retaliate. I do feel get ready to protect your energy. Somebody here is out for revenge is what it feels like, because I feel you're going straight towards a connection where you will be able to manifest a lot of wealth and abundance. More truth energy, another 7 card. And so somebody here I think is facing their inner dragon. You could be dealing with somebody born the year of the dragon, but I feel this is where you harness your inner strength. Maybe you've got a dragon's head and tail in your birth chart. Pay attention to that. But the dragon is a 24 card, which does break down to a 6. And so this is the journey towards balance and harmony. And I feel somebody here is headed straight towards this queen. A woman that I feel is really standing in her feminine power. Somebody here that has a lot of magnetic sexuality. I feel a queen energy here where the energy is fertile. We've got a feminine here standing in her feminine power. It is a 4 card, so there is a foundation and focus. And below that, we have another 4 card with the deer, a 22. And so the deer energy really is like the masculine energy coming through, I feel. There is a gentleness in this connection that I'm feeling. And I do feel a masculine here, maybe mastering some life skills, finding the gentleness to maybe shift the focus to bring forward some communication. But I feel there's a block when it comes to somebody wanting to retaliate or maybe keep 2 people apart. So discernment is going to be key. But I feel there's like a prophecy playing out. It feels like a very prophetic, divine connection. And so stop focusing on the burdens. I do feel communication will shift the energy back into joy. But I do feel some type of reunion energy between a queen and a deer. So let's jump in with the spiritual journey oracle messages and we'll see what else needs to come through for you, Aquarius. Messages for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. Telepathy just flipped out. So there is a very deep spiritual connection here. Quite possibly telepathy going on back and forth. Where you and another are connected in the spiritual realm, 5D and above, and you can feel each other's emotions, you can hear each other's thoughts. But I do feel mental clutter is maybe creating some static, so you might want to get out in nature, you might want to get grounded here. I feel this retreating energy from a very heavy burden. And then we get the mental clutter with the symptoms. And so I do feel there might be some type of emotional block that needs to be purged. I just feel there's going to be some type of negative reaction or retaliation when it comes to a reunion. And I do feel this is going to benefit the spiritual community somehow. And so be careful of overthinking things. That will definitely create a burden, which will leave like no room for any clarity to come forward. So nourishment, that's feeling like a feminine energy, practicing unconditional love. We do have a divine feminine here, I feel, that is really rooted in some sacred energy here, some feminine power. There is a divine feminine here that really has embraced a healthier lifestyle, showing love to herself, promoting love to herself. And I do feel there is a very healthy relationship on path Aquarius, but you need to go into a state of reflection. There still might be some remnants of some past memories that are needing to be healed in order maybe for a new cycle to begin. But I do feel a major shift when it comes to a karmic lesson reaching completion. You are about to step into a brand new timeline, a brand new life. Whatever you've got going on right now, Aquarius, your life is going to look drastically different very, very soon. As soon as you let go of an outdated belief, and this might not even be you, this could be somebody you're dealing with that needs to let go of an ineffective cycle or belief. It could be a romantic partner that needs to be released, or a group of friends. But I feel there's a deep connection here where the two of you agreed to have this human experience together in order to resolve some past life karma. And so there might be a lesson reaching completion, but I feel growth, expansion, and a lot of healing light surrounding a reunion. So just let it all go. Surrender any unwanted thoughts or, anything that really isn't serving you. Let it just kind of melt away organically. So you might really want to spend some time alone, because I do feel you're channeling somebody's higher self. I do feel there's a higher self connection here where you're conveying messages back and forth with one another in the spiritual realms, 5D and above. And so quieting the mind really allows you to receive the telepathy between the both of you. And it might require a lot of introspection, quieting the mind, maybe even taking a break from social media, just going within in some meditative states, because I do feel an Aquarius here that's really working on some self-development, and there is a need to release control so the universe can kind of work its magic behind the scenes. So let's jump in with some tarot, Aquarius, and we'll see what else needs to come through. There's that burden coming through again. What I like about the 10 of Wands in reverse, it's the release of the burden, because there's your energy, Aquarian, the star reversed. And so somebody here is lacking faith. Somebody here might be entrenched in the dark night of the soul because of a burden that they've carried that they feel like super attached to. Yeah, there's like somebody here has been so focused on the burdens, they can't really see the light at the end of the tunnel. And so there is a need for healing. I feel get ready to face some challenges. I do feel a release of a long-standing burden. Maybe somebody's been working really, really hard to create balance in a situation, and the problems are just insurmountable. But this is the release of a very unhealthy energy is what it feels like. 10s are also completions. 10s are the final completion. And so there is a brand new life coming forward as soon as this long-standing burden is released. So let's do 9 cards, Aquarius. We'll see what else needs to come through for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. 8 of Cups reversed. The Devil reversed, or the Ego card reversed. And then we get this beautiful Ace of Cups. There's a brand new beginning in love here. We have the Knight of Cups, more cups. The 4 of Wands is the dead central energy. If that doesn't scream reunion, I don't know what does. We've got the Wise Counsel in reversed. We've got a King of Cups in reversed. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. More Cancer energy with the Chariot reversed. And the Page of Cups reversed. Wow. I do feel there's a need to break free from something toxic before things get worse. I do feel there is a message coming, maybe around that new moon in Scorpio, full moon in Gemini. And so we have a new moon in Scorpio on November the 13th. And then we will have 2 weeks later a full moon in Gemini, which is the energy of the twins, on the 27th of November. There's going to be a major wake-up call. Between the next 2 moon cycles is what it feels like. There's going to be communication coming, and this is going to lead to a lot of victory and success. And we do have a profound life transformation taking place here, but I feel somebody's fighting it. Somebody's really fighting this transformation, this release of something where I feel there's been a lot of blocks. There's been a lot of, painting the roses red, living life with the rose-colored glasses on, and there's going to be a major wake-up call here, Pisces energy, with the awakening. And so somebody here does need to move on from something. I do feel a very unhealthy situation that's been held on to. Maybe maybe 8 months longer than it should have been, or this could even be going back 8 years. Somebody's been stuck in a cycle for the last 8 years, but I feel there is a need to move on from something that's toxic, definitely. And I do feel once these chains are broken, there is this energy of going right into a brand new beginning in love, a beautiful new emotional experience. And I feel this is not going to compare to any traditional commitments that you've had in the past with the Hierophant reverse. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn, could be dealing with a Taurus or Cancer. I feel strong Cancer and Pisces. We have Scorpio. But I do feel there is an offer coming here, and I feel somebody does want to build a solid foundation with you. This could be an engagement, but I feel this Four of Wands is bring forward peace, contentment, maybe after a period of receiving some poor counsel. But I do feel there is going to be some type of ending. There's going to be a union maybe after the completion of a divorce. But I feel this beautiful new emotional experience has already begun, because the Ace of Cups is kind of in the recent past. And so we've got somebody here that I feel is very flirtatious. They definitely have this vibe of they want to rush in. They've got a lot of emotions. They want to fall in love. But maybe there's a lack of balance here, because maybe this person needs to walk away from another relationship. And it doesn't have to be an actual person. It can be like the remnants of the energy of a past ending that needs to be released. But I feel somebody here is so resistant to making some big changes in their life. There is a need to leave a toxic home situation behind, whether it's actually happening right now or it happened in the past, and there's just these unresolved emotions that need to be kind of stacked up and made sense of. But I do feel there's a pivot point when it comes to accepting responsibility for the spiritual path. Maybe there's been unhealthy addictive habits that have kept somebody stuck, and so addictions come in many forms. It could be drugs, alcohol, codependencies, gambling. It could be materialism, greed, anything of the sort. The devil is toxic, right? But I like this in reverse, because this is breaking the chains with some type of an illusion of entrapment is kind of what it feels like, Aquarius. But I do feel we've got a masculine here so up in their emotions. I do feel a recognition of some deeply seated emotions. I feel currently there's somebody coming in with a love offer, and I do feel this person makes your heart flutter. And I do feel potential for a lot of prosperity and peace when it comes to this reunion and coming together. But once again, it's like there's something here that needs to be walked away from, something unhealthy, a shift in relationship dynamics. And I feel a masculine here that might be going through some type of an emotional breakdown. I just feel like this offer is coming in. It's coming in fast. It feels like you've been swept off your feet, and then boom, it's like, where did that progress go? Is what it feels like. It's like it felt like a new beginning, but I feel we've got a masculine here that needs to purge a lot of heavy emotions when it comes to a long-standing burden that has been carried, because I do feel this fear of completely being emotionally devoted. And so it's like this come in and then the brakes get put on, because I feel somebody here is in conflict with some views of ego. I do feel a mirror soul coming through, Aquarius. And I do feel somebody here needs to walk away from some drama. But I feel this ambition, right? I do feel this is a very significant connection. But there are some changes here that still need to be made, that are required to be made. And so somebody's still stuck in an old belief system. That's what I feel. But I do feel like a release of some type of an illusion. Blocks are kind of being released. I just feel this unwillingness to make a clear decision. But I also feel like somebody, has either been watching you or trying to, figure you out, maybe dig into you. I do feel Aquarians do like an intellectual challenge. Aquarian is air energy, right? And so you might not have all of the information yet. And this might be a very challenging start, because of somebody here that I feel is trying to block some type of reunion, and there could be jealousy and anger issues. We could have a masculine too that needs to purge some jealousy issues. But I feel somebody here has well intentions, but there's still some deeply seated hidden emotions that need to surface. And so I feel within the next 4 weeks to 4 months, there's going to be a lot of communication coming forward. And I do feel there is going to be a wake-up call here, because we also have the Hanged Man in reversed. And so this is a wake-up call. So it's this energy of reunion and then a pause for reflection to gain some insights. I do feel this is a connection attached to some type of an awakening that you've recently gone through. And so I feel like the divines bring forward all kinds of signs and things, and maybe they're overwhelming. But I feel this is a connection that defies all perceptions and defies all logic. And I feel there's going to be some type of exposure or revelation that's going to make everything crystal clear on how to get towards a place of success. And so after somebody walks away from a very dramatic, conflicting situation that I feel has really put them all up in their head when it comes to all of these distorted views and perceptions of self, it's like a flame has been lit here. There's somebody here that has a lot of passion for you, but I feel like they're resistant. And maybe you're asking yourself, is this really worth my time? But the cards are suggesting after maybe some challenges, there is victory and success here. So let's clarify the Four of Wands, because this is like so much to celebrate. You might meet this person out at a gathering, but I feel this will lead to a steady home life after the ending of something that isn't healthy. Absolutely. So maybe you're this Queen of Swords. That's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Maybe you're the one that has an ex from the past that needs to be walked away from. But I feel I got a feminine here looking dead on, just looking straight ahead at all of these challenges that need to be faced when it comes to a release of maybe a long-standing commitment. With the Ten of Pentacles in reversed, the Wise Counsel in reverse, I very well feel like there might need to be a divorce finalized before this peace and contentment can come into your life. And I think you're looking this dead in the eye. That's what it feels like, Aquarius. You know that these challenging times are ending. You're putting the storm behind you. But I do feel maybe there needs to be a completion of a divorce, a release of a person or a situation that really isn't serving you. Maybe that at one point in time brought you a lot of financial security, a lot of comfort for you and your home life. But I feel there's a lack of honor. And I do feel maybe pride has held somebody back. But I feel you're getting ready to receive some communication too. It's like you're ready to talk, you're ready to face these challenges. I do feel you're coming out of a period of time of maybe a lot of confusion. Yeah, there's that Five of Swords in reversed, right? So I do feel you need to fully release an unwise choice. Maybe you are still struggling with an ending when it comes to somebody who lacked integrity and who really had a lot of questionable motives and maybe didn't treat you well. Gambling addiction. There could have been a gambling addiction here. But I do feel it's like you are ready to face this. You're ready to make a decision, to choose something that will make you happy, that will bring you happiness. You are going straight towards a beautiful new experience. So let's clarify this Ace of Cups, because this is big, big love. And I do feel an awakening of some sort. Yeah, no more confusion. There's a reunion energy here with the Ace. We take the Ace with the Seven of Cups reversed. I do feel, yeah, the confusion was needing to release a stuck situation. More cups. I feel emotions, some heavy emotions really have affected maybe you understanding these psychic abilities that maybe have been activated. But I feel you're receiving spiritual insights, and maybe there's a block on the heart still. But I do feel the Four of Cups to the Seven of Cups in reversed. We've got a Three of Cups in reversed. Maybe you had an ex-spouse that, you know, cheated on you, and this really has put you in a place of disillusionment, place of loneliness, boredom, discontentment. And I feel maybe you've been lost in your own little world for the last few years. But there really is a magical opportunity here trying to come in. Maybe you need to let your guard down a little bit. I do feel a shift in beliefs, having the confidence to choose love over drama. And this is going to quickly bring an offer in is what it feels like. So let's clarify this King of Cups reverse, Chariot reverse, Page of Pentacles reverse, because I do feel a masculine here that is having a hard time expressing their emotions. Yeah, they're having a hard time being honest about how they feel about you, because I think they see you as somebody grounded, stable, solid, and they know that they have to rise up to the occasion, and they're kind of in a state of denial is what it feels like, denying some emotions. And so there needs to be some refinement when it does come to some communication issues here. I think everything is going to work out, but we've got a king denying the fact that, you know, he wants to come towards you is what it feels like. I do feel a divine masculine here bossing up, maybe after an emotional purge, an emotional breakdown, because I think they're looking at you as somebody generous, practical. The Queen of Pentacles is like, we go through all of the queens, and I find when we get to the Queen of Pentacles, the next step would be the Empress, right? So the Queen of Wands would probably be the least mature queen, because she's all about the passion and the fire. The Queen of Cups is very nurturing. The Queen of Swords, well, she don't mess around. She's honest. She's authentic. And then we get this Queen of Coins, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But I feel it's like somebody's looking at you. Maybe you've built a beautiful home and you are a family person. This is like, I can do it all. I can cook, I can clean, I can work, I can run the kids all around, and I can hold it down, and I can hold it down all by myself. There is like a new beginning here, Aquarius. And I feel as soon as somebody comes out of this state of denial, they're coming in fully charged, because this has been long overdue. I also feel you might be closing out a 7-year cycle. 7 years of trials and tribulations. I feel there was a seed here planted. And if you're worried about the future, there's really no need to worry. I do feel you're coming out of a period of healing. Yeah. Coming out of a period of healing. And I think you're so afraid that your wishes aren't going to come true, but it looks like they are. So let's see what this release is with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. What is being released? This is what's being released. Emotional denial. Somebody's really been stuffing down their emotions when it comes to a reunion, a renewal. There's that judgment. There is going to be a release of some stuck communication. I feel somebody here definitely maybe receive some poor advice. But I feel there's going to be a release of some poor communication skills. Somebody I feel is getting ready to communicate clearly. Maybe somebody is clearing out some egoic tendencies, some narcissistic tendencies when it comes to, you know, being all up in their ego. But I feel somebody here is really harnessing their spiritual strength to maybe overcome an unhealthy decision, to come in for some type of reconciliation. That's what this is. The judgment is a renewal, a final decision after a period of reviewing the past. Forgiveness. Somebody knows it's time to head your way. Somebody knows it's time to bring in an offer, that this is a connection related to your purpose, related to a deeply seated energy in the heart. And I feel as soon as this clarity is received, get ready for an unexpected arrival. And this will lead to a happy marriage. And that's kind of what I got for you, Aquarius. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, check out the description box below. And don't forget to send me an email if you'd like to jump in on the next online tarot class. I'd like to see you all next time. Have a great day, everybody.